Okay, great. Hello. I am here to talk about the Buhi bag company, and I just have put together a quick little slideshow to talk about it. So here is my slide real quick. So this is so just my presentation of the Buhi bag company. And so this is the executive summary. And from this, we can see just kind of, the numbers that we had for Buhi Bag Company with our gross revenue. We can see that we had about 15 million last year. And then this year, we're going to have about 17 million. And then with our market share, our last year was about 0.25%. And we hope to reach about 0.3 percent. And so our goal as a social media manager for Buoy was to help them reach that goal by increasing the number of visitors that would come to their website. So the goals that I received from the CMO were these that were just right here. It says to spend your entire budget of $5,000 a week, spend your budget wisely. And it's recommended to spend 25% on content and 75% on promotion. Also to grow your brand awareness, increase engagement, increase sales, outperform your peers. And so as I just kind of looked at these goals and kind of assessed them, I was able to see that I completed some of these goals. And in the beginning, I was able to spend 5,000 a week pretty easily. But as it went on in the later months, I kind of struggled to spend about 5,000 because I had already bought most of the things that I had. And I also wasn't very good with the 25% content and 75% promotion. I usually switched them and had about 75% content and 25 promotion. I struggled to kind of promote to my people a little bit. But other than that, I finished most of the goals, and I saw an increase in people and visitors to the website, as well as engagements and impressions and all that. My goals for the social media marketing were to increase brand awareness, have new leads, grow revenue, and increase brand engagement. For the most part, I was able to accomplish these goals. The one that I wasn't able was to really grow revenue. I grew revenue, but not really to where I desired or to how much we really wanted. So that was kind of the struggle in my goals that I had set. So this is the personas that I was marketing to. We have Up and Comer Raj, Back to School Mindy, Daypacker Tom, Seaside Sally, Hipster Mommy Cammy, City Hopper Sue, and Energetic Jill. In my marketing strategy, I created two groups for the men, for the males, and then another group of just the females. And I could have done a little better in really pinpointing in who I was marketing to and creating better groups and marketing to those groups. So this is my competitive analysis. We were going up against Jansport, Herschel, and the North Face. What we saw as we kind of looked at each company, we saw that they had really good social media techniques. They were able to promote their brand and their products through social media fairly easily. And because of that, they had very good customer loyalty. They had great customer satisfaction. They knew kind of what to do and how to market to those people and accomplish that through social media. And then they also sold their product in retail locations. So um, we're just trying to find where we wanted to sell our product and how we wanted to sell our product, whether it was online or retail as well, or foreign, or just all that. So this is the data that I received. So I was in charge of Buhi from September to December. And so we use these 6 platforms: the Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, LinkedIn, and YouTube. And so we can just see the total impressions, the total engagements for Facebook first. And so these impressions are the likes, the how much people looked at our posts, and the engagements are the shares, the likes, the comments, all that kind of stuff. The next one that we had was for Twitter. Total impressions wasn't as much as Facebook. More people were engaged in Facebook. But definitely one of my best ones that I had was Instagram. I had a lot of impressions. A lot of people looked at what I posted on Instagram, and a lot of people were engaging in our Instagram posts with shares or shares and comments and all that. Another one that was probably my best one also was Pinterest. I was able to get a lot of impressions as well as a lot of engagement. And then my next one was LinkedIn, and then we have YouTube as well. The one that I struggled the most in was YouTube. It was hard for me to kind of figure out what I wanted to do with YouTube, and how to kind of market to the personas that I had through YouTube. So this is my SWOT analysis. So the strengths that I saw coming into this was that I was good at empowering others, mentoring, and leading. The weaknesses that I had was that I wasn't very good at critical thinking, and I don't have much patience in the jobs that I do. And so I think that kind of played a little bit of a role in being the social media manager. Because if something didn't go right, it was kind of hard for me to look at it a little bit and say, how can I do this a little better? And then not having much patience. So just trying to find better things. The opportunities that I saw was that something that I'm passionate about and like doing, and I go straight for it. So that was kind of a positive thing that I saw on social media. I really like doing this, and I saw, I wanted to kind of post and see what, how to market to people. And that was one of the opportunities that I liked. And I think that's why I also did kind of succeeded well, and then learned from being in this position. The threats that I had, marketing constantly changes. And I think that's one of the things that can be hard, especially in social media, is that different social media things are popular, different things are good. And so trying to find something that kind of goes with it can be hard. And then it's also very competitive. So if I'm not good at what I'm doing, if I'm not a good social media manager, then I can be replaced fairly easily. So the responses to the questions: what was my strategy with the simulation? And so I wanted to create something that the customers would like and see. I really strived for something that looked good and was attractive to the customers. And I went for more of kind of a brand awareness for Buhi. I kind of wanted to just get their brand across, and so people could come across us and visit us, and not necessarily buy what we did, but just kind of get our name out there. What kind of content did I learn works for my target audience? The one that I found was like promoting something for like a holiday or a sale, and then also infographics about kind of places to travel or how to do things, kind of was the best content. And I think what I also found was not working was to just promote a bag randomly and not really having a purpose for really doing that bag, just to kind of get it out there because I had to do it. So that's kind of what I found didn't work. And then the secret sauce that I found um, was to link something that I posted to something, whether it was like a holiday or a sale or weekend or travel or camping, just having a connection to what I posted it to, and making sure that it connected with something that was going on in their lives and not just a random post of our product. The next question was, what channels did I use? So I used Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn, and Pinterest. And I selected these because this seemed like a wide variety of covering our market. How much growth did the company receive during the simulation? How much revenue did the company receive? So the company grew in followers by 39,743, and we had 4,040 conversions, and we had revenue of about 157,739. So again, I kind of wish that I had more revenue. In about 3 months to only get 157,000 may not be the best that I could have done. And then how much money did you need in your budget to make this happen? And I spent about $36,438 to make this happen, which is relatively low. But again, I could have definitely used a little bit more in my budget to get more revenue. And so these are just kind of some of the content samples that I did. And so we can kind of see Instagram just on a Monday through Friday, kind of weekly time, just finding the right time to post was a big key thing. And then also on Facebook, the trying to find the right time to post was smart as well, and then promoting the right thing as well. And so that kind of wraps up my presentation. And so I just wanted to kind of just end with answering the questions that we received. And so I'm just going to get them out real quick. And so here is the X that we have. And so I'm going to open it real quick. Okay. So the first question that we have is, what is the biggest problem as the director of social media marketing? How did you plan to resolve it via social media within the next 12 months? So the biggest problem as the director of social media marketing was trying to find what content worked and when it worked. So with all different platforms, all different content's going to work in different platforms wherever you are. And so the biggest problem is trying to find what social media worked, what content worked on what platform at what time, and really just trying to get that down to a solid. And then it says, how do you plan to resolve it via social media within the next 12 months? And so I think in the next 12 months, just trying to really hone in on the analytics and find what works, and testing it, and posting things over and over at a certain time with a certain content and see when it works. So same content at different times and different days and seeing when it works. The next question is, what platform do you predict will make you the most money, and why? I think that's definitely Instagram. I kind of saw that just in the little couple months that I was as the manager. Um, and I think it's just because it has the most engagement, has the most impressions. People went on it the most. They really liked what I post on it. Um, and then it says, what is the demographic you will market to? I will definitely market to the 18 to 26 year olds, and market to them. And that's the group that uses Instagram the most. And so marketing to them, because they'll be on Instagram and will want to find bags that will help them in their everyday needs and with all that they're doing. So it says, what was your human rights strategy with Buhi? So my human rights strategy would to be to make sure that Buhi follows the right procedures in our human rights. I don't think everything that happened was necessarily good, but just showing that, having a CEO give the video of what we did, and making sure that the right procedures in supply chain were followed, and just letting people know that we do care about their human rights and what they're doing. Did you finish Instagram or Facebook a better platform to mark? Did you find Instagram, and this is the last question, did you find Instagram or Facebook a better platform to market to your demographics? Um, I found Instagram. Like I said before, Instagram was my best platform that I did. And so I found it better for my demographics, because most of the personas that we had that we were marketing to were women. And they all pretty much used Instagram and liked Instagram and what they were doing. And there were also the men that were using it was part of Instagram as well. Not all people who use Instagram are women. And so I feel like we could still get our men who enjoy the camping and the business life to also, um, also market to them through Instagram. So that is about all those are all the questions, and that's my presentation for Buhi Bag Company.